Okay, peace and love, guys. Today we have something a little different. We have another pair of the Nike Dunk Wizard of Oz sneakers, and I only got this pair of sneakers because I wanted to cut off the overlay of the poppy field construction that they have over them. I'm sure plenty of people have done it. I haven't watched any videos on how to do it, but I have done it in the past. And like I said, I've made this video before, but it was with a retail pair, and the retail pair wasn't even mine. They were Russ's. And looking at the two of them, this pair looks really close to the retail, but that doesn't matter. Here's the retail. That's actually Russ's feet, pants, everything. But that's a retail pair, and I really didn't care that these were retail because I'm going to cut them up. And shout out to Sneaker 8890 for getting these to me. I guess it's kind of like a donor pair. I mean, I'm totally fine with wearing these as they are. And they kind of grew on me once Russ brought his pair over and I did that video. They kind of grew on me a bit. But I was like, you know what? Let's just get another pair. And I'm glad they sent me the pair because I didn't know if they would actually send them. But they did. So I'm going to cut these up. But let's just take a look at them. And again, if you don't know, this is the Wizard of Oz sneaker when Dorothy got the red slippers from the witch. And she put them on. And she did the heel clicking thing. And then she magically ends up back home in a bed. I think I was supposed to rewatch that movie. I just couldn't find the time to do it, but she ends up back in the bed on some No Place Like Home type thing, and pretty much everything she had went through in the whole movie was a dream, but it took the red slippers to get her to that point. And unfortunately, this shoe comes with another pair of insoles, but I did not get them. It really doesn't matter for this particular video because of the project I got myself into. But there is another pair of insoles, and you haven't seen them. Check out the first video I did on the Wizard of Oz sneakers. But I have to live with these, and that's totally okay. I have been wearing these, and I can tell you right now, the little Zoom bag right there, the little snowflake, they feel just fine. They actually feel pretty good on feet. I know Russ was saying that his were a little uncomfortable, and they do require some break-in. And they did require some break-in, but it was like maybe 20, 30 minutes of wearing them. It really wasn't a big deal. But what I have here is a brand new Precision, what is that, Craft Knight kit. Doesn't even say X-Acto knife kit. I think X-Acto is trademarked, but I bought this off of Amazon, and I could have just bought one blade. I know this kit looks, if I can get it open, it looks a little overkill. I could have just bought this one blade I'm going to try to pull out, but the whole set was like $14, so I was like, why not? And I've done this before. The Travis Scott's, this was back in 2020, and look, I did it with a pocket knife. And I noticed when you do it with a pocket knife, you get more of this kind of rugged look. That's what's underneath it. That's kind of how I ended up. See how it's kind of like tattery around it? That's what it's going to look like if you use something that's not so sharp. And I kind of like that look too. That was such a long. That was the pandemic time. That was the pandemic. But I'll link this kit down below so you guys can get this. It's a lot going on. This was a little overkill, but it's all right. It's my Dexter Morgan set. All right, so let's just get to it. I'll do the on feet later when I'm done with them. At first, I was going to do like mismatch panels on both of the sneakers, like have the panels from one look different than the panel from the other shoe. But I was like, you know what, let's keep it simple. And this blade is really, really sharp. This is what I should have used. See, that's what it looks like under there. I'm kind of checking to see if this is actually working. And it took me about maybe 30-40 minutes to do both sneakers, but you got to be really precise. The more precise you are with this, the more cleaner look that you're gonna get. And I realized I didn't have to have the cleanest look. See, I'm not leaving any material to be exposed. I'm cutting right under the swoosh and right around the swoosh. You got to be real delicate, and you got to be really careful to not only not stab yourself, but not stab too deep into the sneaker's upper. You got to be really careful with that. You see, I'm just being as careful as I can, going around the swoosh. There we go. Come around the top here. And I'm really not an arts and crafts guy at all. But I was like, you know what? I just can't get this shoe and not do this. This was like the whole reason that I got it. Okay, let's see. What do we have here after the first panel? Come on, get in there. This should just come right off. Let's peel it up. I should have used some tweezers with this so I don't cut in the shoe, but it's all good. Okay, there we go. A little stuck right there. Okay. Right around the swoosh. We got it, and we are good. There we go. There we go. So not bad. Doesn't look great like that, but let's keep going. So I was like, you know what? Let's do the toe box next. So let me go ahead and take the laces out of these. I was going to cut it. It makes sense. Just take the laces out. I know it takes more time, but let's just get the laces out so we can get around the toe box. And like I said, I was going to do the mud guard on the other shoe instead, but I was like, you know what? Let's just keep them uniform. All right, so we're going to go around the top here. Easy does it. Be careful. Don't stab yourself. Come around here. Let me speed a little bit of this up. This took a lot longer than what I'm showing. I cut some parts out to kind of speed this up. I didn't want the video to be like 15 minutes long. There we go. Nice clean cut. Comes right off. It was actually kind of fun. I can't lie. It was pretty fun. It took some time, but it was fun. And there's some good leather on top of this too. Look at that. Look at the transitional suede. That's a good grain of leather they used on this pair. Okay. Shout out to Lily for that. Shout out to Lily. All right. So the back, I was like, you know what? How am I going to do the back? All right. Let's do this upper side panel. Okay. Cut around there. This was the easier part right there. It came off really clean. I'm starting to get the hang of this too. Let's get a little corner out of there. No big deal. Come on. It's all good. Doesn't have to be perfect. These don't have to be perfect. They can look however you want them, but they don't have to be perfect. That looks good enough right there, but let's do the back heel. Oh, okay. I guess we're not showing that. That's the final product right there. Well, let's take a look at them, and I'll show you guys how I did the back heel. I was kind of wondering how I was going to do that. Come on, show the back. Okay, this is the medial side. And you see this time I left some of the material around it. I thought that would look better. I kind of don't like that. It's okay. From a distance, you really can't tell. But again, these don't have to be perfect. Look how I did the back heel. I don't think that looks bad at all. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. This is the other shoe, and I think I did this shoe a lot better, leaving some material on the left shoes. It was the second time around. So I kind of had the hang of it at this point. But I think they came out well. I kind of still wanted to do the mud guard on that one, but it's all good. I think they came out pretty good. They look very different. This is my own custom pair. I'm sure there's people out there that have done it this way, but I didn't want to be like influenced by other people's designs, so I just kind of did it my way. They match up pretty good. I think they look really good on feet. I'll show you that here in a second. And the quality of the overall sneaker is good. So now it doesn't matter if I have a retail pair or a gifted pair, because it's a custom pair at this point. And Russ even said he wanted to customize his pair, and he just didn't know how he was going to do it. So we might get into that on his pair. We'll see. But let's get into the on foot.